Well, I was laying round town just a-spending my time, out of a job and not making a dime, when a feller steps up and he says, I suppose you're a bronc riding man by the looks of your clothes. You guessed me just right, I'm a good one, I claims. Do you happen to have any bad ones to tame? He says that he has, and a bad one to buck, and for throwing good riders he's had lots of luck. Well, I gets all excited and I asks what he pays to ride this old pony for a couple of days. He offers a 10-spot, says I'm your man, for a bronc never lived that I couldn't fan. Well, he says, get your saddle and I'll give you a chance. So I gets in the buckboard, we drives to the ranch. I stays until morning, and right after chuck I steps out to see if this outlaw can buck. Down in the corral, standing alone, is this old caballot, a strawberry roan. His legs is all spavined, he has pigeon toes, 2 little pig eyes and a big Roman nose, little pin ears that touched at the tip, and a big 44 run on his left hip. He's ewe-necked and old with a long lower jaw. I could see with one eye he was a regular outlaw. I buckle on my spurs, I'm sure feeling fine. I picks up my hat and curls up my twine. I piles my rope on him, and well I know then that afore I get rode I've sure earned my 10. I gets the blinds on him, it sure is a fight. Next comes my old saddle and I screws her on tight. Then I steps unto him and raises the blinds. I'm right in his middle to see him unwind. He bowed his old neck, and I guess he's unwound, for he seemed to quit living down there on the ground. He went up towards the east and come down towards the west. To stay in his middle, I'm sure doing my best. He sure is frog walking, he heaves a big sigh. He only lacks wings to be on the fly. He turns his old belly right up to the sun. He sure is a sun-fishing son of a gun. He's about the worst bucker I've seen on the range. He can turn on a nickel and give you the change. And when he's a bucking, he squeals like a shoat. I tell you that pony has sure got my goat. I claims that no foolin' that outlaw can step, but I'm still in his middle and a buildin' a rep. He hits on all fours and he turns on his side. I don't see what keeps him from losing his hide. Well, I loses my stirrup and also my hat. I'm clawing at leather as blind as a bat. With a phenomenal jump, he goes up on high, leaves me sitting on nothing up there in the sky. Well, I turned over and comes back to earth, and I lights into cussin' the day of his birth. And I knows they're old ponies I'm not able to ride. There's some of them left, they haven't all died. Well, it's oh, that strawberry roan. It's oh, that strawberry roan. They say he's a coyote that's never been rode. The man that gets on him is bound to be throwed by that strawberry roan.